Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
Good morning, Las Vegas. It's another beautiful day in the city that never stops shining, even when the desert sun feels like it's auditioning for a starring role in a summer blockbuster. Welcome to Rise and Shine Las Vegas, the show that brings you news, views, and the heartbeat of our vibrant city. From the strip to the suburbs, we're here to talk about what matters, our community, our challenges, and our celebrations. Today, we're waking up with purpose. Whether you're hustling to work, chasing your dream, or just trying to get through the week, remember, every sunrise over the neon skyline is a second chance, a chance to reset, realign, and rise stronger than yesterday. We've got a full plate coming your way. A little news, a touch of inspiration, a spotlight on local entertainers, and maybe a few surprises. Because here in Vegas, you never know what the day will bring, and that's exactly how we like it. So grab that coffee, take a deep breath, and let's start this the Vegas way. Bold, bright, and unapologetically alive. Let's rise, let's shine, let's do this, Vegas.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
Welcome back, Las Vegas. You're tuned in to Rise and Shine Las Vegas, where we bring you the stories behind the headlines. And today, we're talking about something that literally swept across the valley on Tuesday. The fierce summer windstorm that left palm trees bending, patio umbrellas flying, and all of us clutching our hats and a little bit tighter. So let's rewind to Tuesday afternoon. The day started out like so many June days here in the desert. Hot, bright, and deceptively calm. But by mid-afternoon, the calm cracked. The National Weather Service clocked gusts soaring over 50 miles per hour in parts of the valley. Some reports from the outskirts even hit 60 miles per hour. And anyone who stepped outside could feel it. Walls of dust rolling off construction sites, swirling sand across parking lots, and the sudden slap of grit on your sunglasses. Traffic slowed to a crawl on the I-15 with visibility dropping near the speedway, while delivery bikes and pedestrians downtown braced against the unexpected force. The wind wasn't just dramatic, it was disruptive. We saw scattered powered flickers around Spring Valley and Henderson. Over in Summerlin, at least 2 reports came in about downed tree limbs blocking driveways. And for those of us trying to keep our outdoor dining plans, well, let's just say a lot of patio dinner ended up indoors. Local residents shared videos online, palm trees bending in a surreal arcs, lightweight pool floats tumbling like toys, and even a few unlucky trash bins racing down residential streets faster than the cars. It felt in a moment like the entire city was holding its breath, waiting for the wind to pass. Meteorologists explain it was the classic clash of hot desert air and a cooler system sweeping through from the west, a recipe we've seen before, but each time it serves as a reminder of nature's power. And in a city known for its neon, nightlife, and headline shows, it was the wind that stole the spotlight last Tuesday night. But there's a silver lining. Thanks to those gusts, temperatures dropped several degrees by evening, making for a surprisingly pleasant desert sunset. And true to form, Las Vegas locals proved once again that we're tougher than any dust devil. So as we look ahead to calmer skies today, let's take a moment to appreciate our city's resilience. Whether it's the street lights still shining through swirling dust, or neighbors helping each other move fallen branches, Vegas stands strong even when the winds howl. Stay tuned, stay safe, and as always, rise and shine Las Vegas. We'll be right back with more news, weather, and everything that keeps our desert city moving.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
Good morning, Las Vegas. You're watching Rise and Shine, where we don't just read you the headlines. We walk through what they mean, why they matter, and how they affect all of us living right here in the Silver State. Today, we're talking politics. And not just any politics, but the high-stakes drama that wrapped up Nevada's 2025 legislative session earlier last June. If you thought reality TV had twists and cliffhangers, just wait until you hear what played out in Carson City. So here's what happened. The session began with optimism and big ideas on the table. Lawmakers on both sides had flagged priorities they believed could reshape Nevada's future. A tax credit to attract major film studios to our state, new healthcare reforms to expand access and affordability, and stronger retail theft laws to address the spike in smash and grab crimes hitting both mom-and-pop shops and big retailers alike. But as anyone who's followed Nevada politics knows, the road from bill to law is rarely smooth, and this year, the potholes were extra deep. In the final days, the mood shifted from cooperation to confrontation. Senators began to hold certain bills hostage, demanding concessions on unrelated issues or using procedural moves to stall votes. Some say it was classic power politics. Others see it as dysfunction at its worst. Either way, by the time the clock struck midnight on adjournment day, these three headlines proposals were left stranded. The film studio tax credit, which had been touted as a way to diversify Nevada's economy beyond gaming, died in the Senate after late opposition over cost and whether it would actually bring long-term jobs. The healthcare reform package, aimed at boosting mental health resources and expanding Medicaid coverage, stalled when key provision couldn't gain bipartisan support. And the retail theft bill, which had seemed like a sure bet early on, got tangled up in debates over sentencing guidelines and civil liberties, and ultimately ran out of time. For everyday Nevadans, this means a few things. First, the promise of thousands of potential film jobs, and pause. Relief for underinsured families, delayed. And for small business owners hoping for stronger legal tools against theft, frustration continues. But here where it gets interesting. Governor aides and several legislative leaders are already hinting at a special session later this year, a session that wouldn't come cheap. Every day, the legislature meets outside its regular calendar, costs taxpayer tens of thousands of dollars. Some see it as necessary, others see it as a costly sign of political gridlock. Meanwhile, the blame game is in full swing. Senate leadership says the Assembly didn't deliver bills early enough. Assembly members argue Senate leaders played politics at the 11th hour. And behind closed doors, lobbyists and stakeholders are scrambling to keep these bills alive because for them, millions of dollars and entire business models hang in the balance. Let's zoom out for a moment. Nevada's legislation session only meets every 2 years. For 120 days, it's a sprint, not a marathon, and that means every missed deadline, every procedural trick, and every late-night negotiation has outsized consequences. Unlike states with year-round legislators, we get this one shot to move major policy or we wait 2 more years. That's why what happened in June feels so consequential. It's not just that 3 bills died, it's that the chance to act this year died with them. So where do we go from here? Lawmakers could reconvene for a special session, hammer out compromises, and rescue these priorities. Or they could let them drift into the next regular session 2 years from now, hoping the political winds change. Either way, this moment reminds us something bigger. Democracy isn't tidy and progress isn't guaranteed. It's built or blocked by people willing to work together or dig into their heels. As we match what comes next, remember, the laws that shape Nevada aren't made in some far-off place. They're crafted in rooms not so far from where we live by neighbors we elect. And whether you cheer, sigh, or shake your head at what happened in Carson City, one thing's certain, it affects us all. Stay tuned, stay informed, and as always, rise and shine Las Vegas. More stories and local insights are coming up next.
Anybody in the industry who really cares or has ever sat at a bar and has had a bartender ever really take care of you, watch the movie.
Grew up idolizing, Rodrigo Del Peche, Christian Del Peche, Dario Doimo. The best thing we can do is make it look easy.
It was amazing. It was it represented some beautiful years of the epic times of flair bartending. It showcased some of the greatest, legends of all times. It was just amazing to watch.
Really capturing what the essence of flair is. I think this movie is going to help, inspire the younger generation.
It was really cool to be a part of and see all those, to say, like, I was there. The way they summed it up was really, really cool. I think they did a really great job.
The film was amazing, by the way. You should check it out.
The energy in the room was absolutely insane. The support we had in the room was just incredible.
We're all family.
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. I just really loved the story. I'm an athlete, so I can definitely relate to training for something.
I absolutely loved it. The bartending world can be intense. The level of talent and heart that they have, and even the fact that this is a competition, but they were all uplifting each other.
I recommend 100% because probably show off the real lifestyle bartender, like a flair bartender.
They're showing us their cuts, their bruises, everything that they go through. It takes some real skill, and I really appreciate the bartenders that do the flair, because it's not easy.
This is awesome. We need it. Flair need this. People who flair need this. Write it down now. Watch the movie, support it, follow it, do all the funny stuff, and don't forget just have fun with it.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
We are, without a doubt, surrounded by morons. Nobody's looking for solutions, just idiots doing idiot things that provoke morons into reacting like morons. It's a self-sustaining feedback loop of stupidity. Last month, in the land of the quote-unquote greatest nation on earth, we witnessed the first ever No Kings protest, a dramatic name for what was essentially a flash mob of TikTok philosophers and politically confused baristas. The protest was a reaction to last month's ICE raids in Los Angeles, raids that somehow managed to surprise exactly no one, and yet everyone at the same time. But that's America now, a parade of reaction. Loud, self-righteous, and with all the lasting value of a reality TV meltdown. This isn't politics. It's Real Housewives of National Dysfunction. Earlier last month, ICE ramped up this deportation quota to nearly 3,000 people per day. At first, it sounded like the same old promise: go after the criminals, gang members, and the bad hombres Trump has nightmares about. But on the ground, the story shifted. Agents went from chasing felons to chasing landscapers, dishwashers, and guys selling fruit on freeway off-ramps. Restaurants were raided, farms were hit, even Home Depot parking lots turned into low-budget SWAT episodes. Naturally, this triggered outrage, and so the protests began. In response to the protests, not to the raids, mind you, the protest, Trump called in the National Guard and the Marines to protect ICE agents from angry citizens waving cardboard signs. As a result, millions of Americans in dozens of cities took to the streets in the first ever No Kings protest. Overall, the protests were peaceful, except for one man who was shot and killed in Salt Lake City. As tragic as that is, most of this is just noise, and it all feels eerily reminiscent of January 6, when President Biden called in the National Guard after protesters stormed the Capitol over the 2020 election. And this is where we see just how absurd America has become. In both instances, the National Guard was unnecessary. In both instances, political pundits took turns crying tyrant and dictator. There's no clearer picture of the American political and cultural landscape than this. Nothing gets done. Nothing gets fixed. We're trapped in a never-ending game of tug-of-war between left and right, and the country's being ripped in half over who gets to hold the rope. On both sides, it's a mess. The protests don't solve the $160 billion per year the U.S. spends on illegal immigration. And the Trump raids, they just shift to cost from one ledger to another. The LA raids alone are estimated to cost over $100 million. None of this builds a wall. None of this fixes the bureaucratic nightmare that is U.S. immigration and the amnesty court system. And once again, we see that neither side has actually thought this through. $160 billion. You could use that to stabilize Social Security or even nationalize health care. But do you see the left backing off their tax the rich slogan to join forces on immigration reform? No, because you get grandstand and boring. There's no camera crew on fixing paperwork. And the dumbass on the right, they seem to think that tossing out a few farmhands and dishwashers is going to solve the drug crisis and end illegal immigration. Newsflash! The war on drugs and the war on poverty didn't fix anything. They just created warlike economies for both problems. So sure, let's do another war, this time on undocumented migrants. It's not like doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insane or anything, right? And there's the American public, either voting for idiots who can't do anything or standing on streets corners shouting into the void about how bad they've got it. All while the talking heads roll into TV, deliver their sound bites, and spin the chaos into clicks. God! We're fucking dumb. So here we are. One side screams fascism and others scream invasion. And meanwhile, we're spending billions solving absolutely nothing. It's not about fixing the system. It's about feeding the outrage machine. And as long as there's someone to blame, someone to deport, and someone to yell at, nobody has to take responsibility. Just idiots, provoking morons, reacting like morons, and around we go. I am Maria Pureza, and that's your Truth Bomb of the day.
Drop that Jesse remix one time.
What we do is we work with models, actors, and influencers to get them, help them, support them, and get real opportunities in Las Vegas.
Fuck 'em up.
Being able to be in this space with creatives and people that I love has been life-changing all over again.
I love Rise. Rise has changed my life, and it lets you know that it's never too late. Age doesn't make a difference.
3, 4, 5, teaching music and I fuck 'em up. They not like us. They not like us.
The door felt very welcoming and everybody's been so nice.
Rise Talent has been amazing for me. It's let me travel the world, be able to walk through New York, LA, and all over the place in America. So I've had a great time.
I teaching music and I won't pass the ox. 1, 2, 3, fuck 'em up. They not like us. They not like us.
They not like my life. Rise Talent changed my life. I've been a long time client here, and Dawn has just
go. How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've just the short time I've been here, it's been so inclusive.
Rise has been completely beneficial to my life.
They're a family. Every time you go there, you feel like you build more your confidence.
They not like us. They not like us.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Las Vegas. Let's start with the big headline. Former Assembly Leader Sandra Jauregui has officially thrown her hat in the big ring for North Las Vegas Mayor. Now, if the name sounds familiar, it should. Jauregui served in the state assembly where she built a reputation as both a tough negotiator and an advocate for issues like gun safety and affordable housing. Her announcement instantly adds a heavy weight to what was shaping up to be a quieter mayoral race. And why does that matter? Because North Las Vegas isn't just a suburb anymore. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the state with new industrial hubs, thousands of planned homes, and real questions about how to manage growth, keep neighborhoods safe, and attract new businesses without losing the community's character. And speaking of neighborhood, the other local political fight heating up involves Clark County's new short-term rental rules. Property owners aren't happy, so unhappy, in fact, that they're suing the county. The lawsuit claims that new regulations are too strict, too complicated, and some say unfairly punish people who just want to rent out a guest room or their home when they're out of town. On the flip side, county leaders argue the rules are necessary to keep neighborhoods from turning into revolving doors of weekend renters, bachelor parties, and noise complaints. If you've ever lived next to a short-term rental that turned into a party house, you might see the county's point. But if you're a homeowner trying to offset your mortgage with a few rental nights each month, these new regulations could feel like government overreach. What makes this story so compelling is that it's not abstract policy talk. It's about everyday life here in the valley, property rights, neighborhood peace, and the tension between economic opportunity and community stability. Together, Jauregui's mayoral run and this lawsuit show how local politics here in southern Nevada aren't some quiet, behind-the-scenes affair. They're loud, they're complicated, and they touch on what makes this valley such a unique, fast-changing place to live. So whether you're a voter sizing up your next mayor, a homeowner watching the rental fight, or just someone who loves this city's energy and wants to see it grow responsibly, stay tuned. Because the stakes are high and the decisions made in city halls and county chambers today will shape the neighborhoods we all call home tomorrow. That's your local political roundup for this morning. Stay engaged, stay informed, and as always, rise and shine Las Vegas. We'll be back after the break with more local stories that matter.
Welcome to Timog. Not just a place to eat, but a place to feel.
Hi, I'm Din.
Hi, I'm Sheila, and we're the owner of Timog Restaurant. We opened this restaurant to offer traditional Filipino dishes with style.
Every flavor tells a story. No shortcuts, no imitations for the meal you'll remember and the food you'll crave. Tradition meets creativity in every sweet bite.
Hi, welcome to Timog.
Uniquely Filipino, undeniably yours. Visit us at 39055 Cedar Boulevard, Suite 166, Newark, California, inside Lion Market Shopping Center.
Anybody in the industry who really cares or has ever sat at a bar and has had a bartender ever really take care of you, watch the movie.
Grew up idolizing, Rodrigo Del Peche, Christian Del Peche, Dario Doimo. The best thing we can do is make it look easy.
It was amazing. It represented some beautiful years of the epic times of flair bartending. It showcased some of the greatest, legends of all times. It was just amazing to watch.
Really capturing what the essence of flair is. I think this movie is going to help, inspire the younger generation.
It was really cool to be a part of and see all those, to say, I was there. The way they summed it up was really, really cool. I think they did a really great job.
The film was amazing, by the way. You should check it out.
The energy in the room was absolutely insane. The support we had in the room was just incredible.
We're all family.
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful. I just really loved the story. I'm an athlete, so I can definitely relate to training for something.
I absolutely loved it. The bartending world can be intense. The level of talent and heart that they have, and even the fact that this is a competition, but they were all uplifting each other.
I recommend 100% because probably show off the real life style bartender, like a flair bartender.
They're showing us their cuts, their bruises, everything that they go through. It takes some real skill, and I really appreciate the bartenders that do the flair, because it's not easy.
This is awesome. We need it. Flair need this. People who flair need this. Write it down now. Watch the movie, support it, follow it, do all the funny stuff, and don't forget just have fun with it.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Good morning, Las Vegas. You're watching Rise and Shine, where the desert sun isn't the only thing heating up. So is the buzz around our very own Las Vegas Raiders. Whether you're a die-hard fan who bleeds silver and black or just someone who loves a good sports story, this off-season has been anything but quiet. Let's break down what's really going on as training camp looms and why Raider Nation is very cautiously optimistic. First off, let's talk about the big headline move, the Raiders signing up Jermaine Pratt, a hard-hitting linebacker, most recently with the Bengals. At 28, Pratt brings more than just fresh legs. He brings leadership, playoff experience, and a reputation for reading offenses like an open book. For years, fans have been begging for help at linebacker. Remember last season, the defense felt like it was always one step behind, struggling to stop midfield passes and screens. Pratt might not be the splashiest name on a jersey, but he's exactly the kind of reliable anchor and a rebuilding defense needs. Now onto the rumor everyone's texting about, the possible Tyreek Hill trade. Is it real? Is it smoke? Depends who you ask. Social media is buzzing with talk. The Raiders are one of the several teams taking the temperature on Hill, who despite off-field controversies and a hefty price tag, remains one of the NFL's most electrifying receivers. Imagine Hill stretching the field at Allegiant Stadium, paired with Davante Adams and Jacoby Meyers. That's a nightmare for defensive coordinators. But here's why fans are cautious. A trade for Hill wouldn't come cheap. We're taking premium draft picks, cap space gymnastics, and the risk of adding another big personality to a locker room that's already been through its shares of shakeups. And that brings us to the bigger picture, the rebuild. After last season's underwhelming record and coaching changes, the front office promised a new direction. Not just patching holes, but rethinking the entire approach. Tougher defense, faster offense, smarter game management. We're seeing that in free agency and the draft, signing veterans like Pratt who can step in immediately, while also betting on younger players to develop over the next few seasons. It's not a quick fix mentality, but a layered plan to build something sustainable. Fans, of course, have heard rebuild before. Every few years, it feels like we're starting over, and Raider Nation, famously loyal but famously impatient, wants result. not slogans. Yet even skeptics admit this off-season feels different, more methodological, less headlines chasing. And let's not forget, training camp kicks off later this month, and this is where it all becomes real. Rookies fight for roster spots. Veterans show they've still got it, and coaches get their first real look at how all these new pieces might fit together. For us here in Vegas, that means a summer of storylines. Will the defense finally tighten up? Can the O-line protect the quarterback? And of course, will the Tyreek Hill rumor turn into reality or fade away like so many off-season whispers? So as the sun beats down on Allegiant Stadium and fans dust off their jerseys, one thing is clear. This isn't the same old Raiders off-season. There's risk, there's promise, and above all, there's hope. The kind that keeps every fan coming back. Stay tuned, Raider Nation. Because whether the Hill trade happens or not, this rebuild is the story to watch. And here at Rise and Shine, we'll be following every snap, rumor, and highlight along the way. Until then, stay fired up, stay loyal, and as always, Rise and Shine Las Vegas. More local sports and stories coming up next.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Good morning, Las Vegas. You're tuned into Rise and Shine, where we blend the glitz of the strip with the stories behind the scenes. Today, we're talking about the heartbeat of this city, entertainment and tourism. From living legends to futuristic domes, Las Vegas keeps reinventing itself. But even as the lights shine bright, the numbers behind the scenes tell a different story. Let's break it all down. First up, the headline that had the internet buzzing. Dolly Parton is bringing her iconic show to the Colosseum of Caesar's Palace this December. Think about it. Dolly live on the strip in the heart of the holiday season. For locals, it's a chance to see a true music legend without leaving town. For tourists, it's yet another reason to book a December getaway. And let's not forget what Dolly brings. Not just music, but heart, humor, and that sense of southern warmth that feels almost out of place, and yet perfectly at home among the neon and marble of Caesar's Palace. Tickets aren't even on sale yet, and already social media is packed with fans planning trips, family reunions, and holidayscapes centered around one night with Dolly. Then there's the Vegas Sphere, our city's newest showstopper. If you haven't been inside yet, picture this: a venue the size of a planet, wrapped in a 360-degree LED screen so crisp, it almost feels like stepping into a living painting. They've already hosted immersive U2 concerts that blend live performance with AI-powered visuals, turning songs into moving art. And it doesn't stop there. The Sphere is experimenting with AI-augmented film screenings like The Wizard of Oz, where the yellow brick road seems to stretch right under your feet and tornadoes swirl around you. No 3D glasses required. Sports fans aren't left out. The Sphere just hosted the UFC drops, proving it's not just a concert venue, but a stage for every kind of spectacle Vegas can dream up. It's part theater, part tech club, and fully a glimpse into the future of entertainment. In a city that thrives on wow factor, the Sphere is for now unmatched. But here's where the story turns. Even with Dolly coming and the Sphere dazzling visitors, tourism numbers are slipping. June marked the fourth month in a row of declining visitor counts, down 6.5% compared to last year. And with the 4th of July weekend typically a major boost, the Las Vegas Convention Authority predicts a 1.2 dip in arrivals. It might not sound huge, but here in Las Vegas, even small drops ripple through the entire economy. Fewer visitors mean emptier hotel rooms, lighter casino floors, shorter restaurants wait lists, and behind all that, thousands of local jobs and small businesses feeling the pinch. In true Vegas spirit, the answer isn't to panic. It's to innovate. Dolly Parton's show isn't just a concert, it's an event that can pull fans from around the world. The Sphere isn't just a venue, it's a symbol that Vegas won't stop evolving. But as locals, it's also a reminder tourism isn't just something that happens on the street. It's the engine that powers schools, roads, and community programs. And when visitor numbers drop, everyone feels it, from resort workers to rideshare drivers to neighborhood diners. So this December, when Dolly bells out 9 to 5 under the Colosseum lights, or when visitors stare up at a virtual tornado inside the Sphere, remember, it's not just entertainment. Las Vegas keeps finding new ways to rise, shine, and reinvent itself. Stay tuned because here at Rise and Shine, we'll keep watching what's next, and we'll share every new headline from ticket drops to visitors' thoughts as the city writes its next act. Until then, keep your spirits high, keep dreaming big, and as always, rise and shine, Las Vegas.
And welcome to the next exciting episode of
Arena War. Fresh batch of institutionalized gladiators fighting for their freedom.
Ready, here we go.
You guys heard Perez?
Yes, smell that.
Get back!
Those on the line. The parole board has offered you a ticket out. Win Arena Wars, win your freedom. 7 arenas with 7 of the most vicious killers the world has seen in the last decade. You make it out alive, you get to go home.
Luke Bender.
You're an innocent man.
Innocent man can mean big ratings.
I'll be watching.
I think it's time to audition Mr. Bender.
No!
What was your last physical?
Cell block shower this morning. Oh yeah.
You ready for this? Hoorah. Impressive showing out there tonight. You're the new fan favorite.
Are you with me? Cutie pie back for the kill.
If you want to live through this, we have to work together. I'm watching you.
Smile for the camera, thug life.
Wow!
It's showtime!
We have to finish this.
Come on!
Doesn't sound much like rehabilitation, does it?
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody!
Good morning, Las Vegas. You're tuned in to Rise and Shine, where we dig deeper into the stories that shape our city, from the shimmer of the strip to the steady hum of the numbers behind it all. Today, let's talk about something that doesn't always make the front page, but touches every paycheck, every neighborhood, and every small business here in the Valley, the state of our local economy. And while the headlines might sound calm on the surface, the story underneath is a bit more complicated. Let's start with the big picture. According to the UNLV Center for Business and Economic Research, the next couple of years are expected to bring slower growth in 3 pillars that keep Las Vegas running: gaming revenue, hotel occupancy, and tourism numbers. Now, before anyone hits the panic button, the forecast doesn't predict a recession. We're not talking about falling off a cliff. Instead, think of it as a gently letting off the gas after a few turbocharged years of post-pandemic recovery. Remember, after 2020's shutdown, Las Vegas bounced back faster than many analysts expected. Tourists returned in droves, hotels posted record-high occupancy rates, and gaming revenue set new records month after month. But even in a city built in adrenaline, growth can't stay in overdrive forever. Eventually, numbers plateau, and that's what economists see coming: slower, steadier, but still positive growth. So what's behind this cooling off? Partly it's global economics. Inflation has stretched travelers' budgets. Airfare and hotel prices have crept up, and international travel patterns haven't fully recovered. Closer to home, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is already planning for reduced room tax revenue next year. The tax is a huge source of funding for city projects, infrastructure improvements, and marketing campaigns that keep our tourism machine humming. Even a small dip in room tax revenue can mean tough choices for public investments, special events, and neighborhood improvements we sometimes take for granted. But there's bigger and long-term question here. Can Las Vegas finally diversify its economy beyond casinos and nightlife? It's an old conversation, but it feels more urgent now than ever. Because here's the truth. While gaming, concerts, and nightlife will always be our bread and butter, the city's future can't rest entirely on the roulette wheel. And we're seeing signs of change. Big tech conferences like CES and AI World keep chasing Vegas. Sports has become a booming part of the local economy. The Raiders, Golden Knights, and the soon-to-arrive A's bring fans who spend money in restaurants, hotels, and local shops far from the street. Then there's a creative push. Film studio projects, digital media startups, and this fierce cutting-edge entertainment which blends live performance and technology in ways you won't find anywhere else. These aren't silver bullets, but together they point toward a city that can offer more than just slot machines and pool parties. For locals, what does all this mean? It means the job market might not feel quite as hot as it did last year, but it isn't expected to shrink. It means some small businesses that rely heavily on tourists might feel the slowdown more than others. And it means city leaders and business owners will be challenged to think creatively about what draws visitors and keeps them coming back in a new era. Most importantly, it means we're at one of those crossroads moments. Do we double down on what's always worked, or do we invest in new industry and events that bring different types of visitors to town? So yes, the numbers might be cooling from record highs, and yes, the room tax projections look at a bit softer, but Las Vegas has always been a city built on reinvention, a place that doesn't shy away from change, but spins it into the next big thing. Whether it's exports, tournaments, medical tech conventions, or next-generation immersive shows, or our challenge and our opportunity is to keep growing beyond what's already here. We'll keep tracking these trends, the numbers, and the creative projects that could redefine the next decade in the Valley. Until then, stay curious, stay hopeful, and as always, rise and shine Las Vegas. We'll be right back after this break.
Now on digital and DVD.
Hit it.
Space Wars Quest for the Deep Star is an epic sci-fi adventure.
Do what needs to be done.
An edge-of-your-seat wild ride.
We have company.
Tons of popcorn-munching fun. 5 stars. A love letter to the sci-fi films of the 70s and 80s. With plenty of action and fun for all. You need to see it. You really do.
The captain just decided it's time to go.
I am ready for a sequel. Experience a bold new adventure. Space Wars Quest for the Deep Star.
A good old-fashioned adventure.
Now on digital and DVD.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Good morning and welcome back to Rise and Shine Las Vegas, where every story we share is a thread in the rich, colorful fabric of our community. Today, we're diving into a pair of local nonprofit stories that not only reflect who we are, but who we hope to become. Let's start with a group whose quiet dedication often goes unnoticed, but whose impact is felt every day. Assisting Lives of Las Vegas, formerly known as the Assistance League. They've just elected their 2025-2026 Board of Directors, a new chapter that promises to carry forward decades of service, compassion, and unwavering commitment to our city's youth and families. Now think about this. Behind every backpack filled with school supplies, every gently used coat gifted in a winter, and every scholarship that keeps a student's dream alive, there's a team of volunteers working tirelessly, not for recognition, but because they believe in our power of community. Assisting Live shows us that real change often starts small. A classroom in need of books, a family facing hard times, or a child who simply needs to know someone cares. Over the years, they've expanded programs to address food insecurity, literacy, and emergency aid, proving that adaptability is just as important as tradition. And as they step into this new term, there's a renewed energy, fresh leadership bringing fresh ideas, all grounded in the same mission to lift others up. It's a beautiful reminder that while Las Vegas is famous for its neon lights, the real glow comes from the hearts of people working behind the scenes. Now let's shift gears, but stay within the same spirit of community and reflection by talking about a truly fascinating new exhibit at the Atomic Museum, Miss Atomic Bomb, icon of the atomic age. The name alone conjures up images of showgirls with mushroom cloud crowns, a surreal blend of glamour and Cold War history that's as uniquely Las Vegas as it gets. But beyond the spectacle, this exhibit invites us to look deeper. It tells the story of a city transformed by history, where atomic testing wasn't just a distant military project. It was part of daily life, drawing crowds to rooftop parties on the strip just to watch the blast. The Miss Atomic Bomb imagery became symbol of the end era, playful, defiant, yet shadowed by serious global tensions. And why does this matter now? Because it speaks to how nonprofits like the Atomic Museum preserve more than artifacts. They keep alive the conversation about identity, culture, and responsibility. By shining a light on the past, they help us understand the choices we face today. This new exhibit isn't just about nostalgia. It's about reminding us that history lives on in stories, and those stories are shared thanks to nonprofit-driven outreach and education. When you look at both Assisting Lives and the Atomic Museum, what you see is the same thread running through different kinds of service. One focuses on meeting urgent human needs, the other focuses on preserving our collective memory. But both are rooted in the belief that community matters, history matters, and giving back makes us stronger. It's easy to get caught up in the big headlines of the day, but local nonprofits shows us where the real work happens, in board meetings planning next year's projects, in volunteers sorting donations late into the night, and in curators building exhibits that makes us pause and reflect. These aren't glamorous jobs, but they're vital, and they deserve to be celebrated. So as we wrap up today's nonprofit spotlight, let's remember Las Vegas isn't just about bright lights and big shows. It's about the people and organizations that keep hope alive, preserve our stories, and serve those who need it most. Stay tuned right here on Rise and Shine Las Vegas, where every morning we bring you the voices, history, and heart that makes this city more than just a destination. It makes it home. We will be right back after this message.
Welcome to T-Mark. Not just a place to eat, but a place to feel.
Hi, I'm Din.
Hi, I'm Sheila, and we're the owner of T-Mark Restaurant. We opened this restaurant to offer traditional Filipino dishes with style.
Every flavor tells a story. No shortcuts, no imitations. For the meal you'll remember and the food you'll crave. Tradition meets creativity in every sweet bite.
Hi, welcome to T-Mark.
Uniquely Filipino, undeniably yours. Visit us at 39055 Cedar Boulevard, Suite 166, Newark, California, inside Lion Market Shopping Center.
Got Films is a full-service production company that provides motion picture quality content and production services for use in the film and TV industry. Looking for a seasoned crew, high-quality equipment, or other production services for your film, TV, commercial, corporate convention, sports, news, or interview project? Your search stops here. Some of our projects include NASCAR, American Restoration, Pawn Stars, Counting Cars, Top Chef, BattleBots, Forge and Fire, and Street Outlaws. We have also produced over 60 feature films and documentaries. We're ready for all your needs. Whatever your project, whatever your budget, big or small, Got Films got you. GotFilms.com.
Good morning, Las Vegas. Welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
Good morning. This is the Rise and Shine Las Vegas. Today we're talking a virtual trip to Newark, California, to shine a spotlight on Timog, a Filipino restaurant that's been making waves in the Bay Area. Located at 39055 Cedar Boulevard, Timog offers a modern twist on traditional Filipino dishes, blending authentic flavors with contemporary flair. From their signature kare-kare volcano, served tableside with a dramatic presentation, to the crispy palabok that has diners raving, Timog is redefining the Filipino dining experience. But it's not just about the food. Timog's ambience captures the vibrant spirit of Manila, providing a welcoming space for both casual meals and special celebrations. Whether you're a long-term fan of Filipino cuisine or a newcomer eager to explore, Timog promises a memorable dining adventure. So if you find yourself in the Newark area, make sure to stop by Timog and indulge in a culinary journey that brings the heart of the Philippines to the West Coast. Switching back to Las Vegas local entertainment, today we're shining a spotlight on the exciting lineup of shows on Social Media Shows Network, a platform that's bringing fresh, engaging, and diverse content straight from Las Vegas to the world. The network features a wide variety of shows tailored to different interests, passions, and voices, starting with Comedy Night Live that serves up quick-fire stand-up sets paired with lively interviews and stand-up comedy. Perfect for a digital-savvy audience looking for laughs and connection. If you're into thoughtful discussions about current events, politics, and local culture, Vegas Views is the place to be. Hosted by Don Sullivan, this show dives into topics that matter to Las Vegas and beyond. But the diversity of the network doesn't stop there. Fans of local history and entertainment will enjoy Las Vegas Tonight, hosted by Dale Davidson, which features Christian entertainers, inspiring stories, and community highlights. Boogie's Reviews brings you honest, fun takes on the latest movie, TV shows, and sports events, perfect for staying in the know and planning your next binge or game night. Hungry? Cooking with Gracie Love is your go-to culinary journey, featuring delicious recipes and cooking tips that make every meal a celebration. A show with a powerful voice, Veterans in Politics, brings attention to veterans who are stepping up to serve their country in new ways, sharing stories of leadership, service, and dedication. And empowering women is front and center on Honeybees, hosted by JC Crisologo and Marcia Ruiz. This women's empowerment talk show dives into topics like defamation, cultural controversies, and the evolving roles of men and women in society. Now we're especially thrilled to introduce the network's newest gem, Glitz, Glam, and Grace, hosted by the radiant USOA Miss Downtown Las Vegas, Janina Sanchez. This show combines style, sophistication, and heart, spotlighting fashion, beauty, culture, and inspiring stories from Las Vegas and beyond. It's glamour with its purpose, and we can't wait for you to tune in. What truly makes the Social Media Shows Network stand out is its commitment to go live broadcasts, running daily from Monday through Friday, plus weekends, giving viewers the chance to engage, comment, and be part of every conversation in real time. So whether you're looking for culture, comedy, cooking, or community empowerment, Social Media Shows Network has a show for you. Stay connected, stay inspired, and keep supporting local voices right here on Rise and Shine Las Vegas. Because here, every story shines, and every voice matters. Thanks for joining us today on Rise and Shine Las Vegas. Remember, every day brings new stories, new faces, and new reasons to celebrate our incredible community. Stay safe, stay inspired, and keep shining bright. Because here in Las Vegas, the spotlight is always on you. We'll see you back again soon. Until then, have a wonderful day.